All right, boys. You know what time it is, baby. Buckle up. All right, we've got why women don't want kids. We did a video recently saying why men didn't want kids, and now we're doing one on the ladies. If you're new here, welcome. We're gonna have a great time. Okay, and they're both all have basically the same reasons, but the women got a little bit extra. So let's have some fun here. Oh, first one on the list, selfishness. Classic. Who would have thought?
Here's my 10 reasons why I never want to have kids, not that a single person asked. I just like watching these videos. Number one, I'm selfish. I think that a lot of people aren't happy to admit that they are selfish.
Damn, I really don't want kids. And then I'd be like, damn, am I really gonna find me a man's? Because I know a lot of men want to you know, add to their legacy and their last name and stuff, but I don't want children.
It's funny, actually, ma'am. Not that she's watching this, but if you were to go watch my last video, there's plenty of dudes that are on your exact level. So it's classic. And if you can't find a man, just go gay, because this other chick on the right of you or the left of you, she seems to be in love with you. So here we go.
I don't want them. I just don't.
She's clapping
I
and
don't
shit.
want to pay for them. I don't want to do all that school stuff. I don't want to daycare prices. I don't want to do that. Hell no. I feel like that is, I'm sorry, like a death sentence. I know that sounds very.
Did you guys hear? Anybody hear that? It's a death sentence. That's just. And then this lady's clapping. I've said some bad jokes in my life, but a death sentence. That makes sense. Maybe I'm tripping.
Bad, like an extreme. I have no desire in being a mom. Too much responsibility for me.
No, I get what she's saying. And some people shouldn't have kids. I get it. Some parents suck. I've seen them in person. I was blessed to have really great parents who actually loved me and gave a shit. But yeah, she's right, man. I'm glad that people know when they're too selfish to have kids. We need more of that, to be honest. It might sound fucked up, but it's the truth. This lady goes, "Why don't you want any more kids? Are you sure you don't want to give him a little sibling?" Oh, wait, where was this one going? This one goes, "Because I barely made it out of the first few months alive." Yeah, that's another thing too, man. These women, us dudes, it's kind of easy. We basically just drop off the package. You know what I mean? Made the drop, job is done. But the women actually risk their lives. Could you imagine some dude being like, "I'll risk my life for you when I bust"? It's like, so yeah, you got to kind of give them a little sympathy on that one.
Nice.
Because there's a lot of times women don't make it out of that situation. It's literally like the ultimate sacrifice in some situations. It's crazy.
So thank you for asking this in a nice way and not screaming at me about it.
You're welcome.
I don't want kids. I have a lot of medical things that I don't want to pass on to a potential child. So that's why I don't want to have a child of my own. I also just don't want to put my body through pregnancy. Call me selfish, but I want to keep this. I had a lot of friends who were pregnant and they had a lot of really bad medical things happen to them. Diabetes is a common one. One of them got some autoimmune thing where
I think diabetes and autoimmune. I ain't no doctor. All right, okay. Obviously, I'd have much more money, but I think diabetes comes from your diet. I could be tripping. Anybody here? Anyone? So let's chill out on the pregnancy thing. I get it. She's reaching. Let's let her go.
she had to give birth early. It was weird. I don't want to do it. I don't want to take the risk. It's crazy. Plus, we have a really high maternal mortality rate in this country. So I literally could die. But there's always options.
I'll give her that one. That's true. I'd be a little freaked out too if it was if every time you busted a nut as a guy, could you imagine? Every time you busted a nut, you have a chance of dying. Guys would still be whacking off. I don't think we'd still be out here risking it. Be like, it's worth the risk. I'll take that chance.
Options like adoption.
Yeah, you do have options like adoption. She went a little deeper with if you adopt a kid, it's still yours. It's yeah, I get it. Anyways, This lady comment. If you're new here, I like to read you guys' comments from the previous videos. This lady goes, my husband paid $12K for a tummy tuck with muscle repair with liposuction to my flanks and a Mun's lift. I don't know what that is. She goes, I've risked my life every time to give my husband 3 kids. I lost 70 pounds since having our 3rd kid. I'm 143 pounds today. So I've gained 8 pounds back. Every time I gain weight, the next week I do my best to lose it again. So I'm fluctuating between... Okay, she's talking about fluctuating. She goes, I'm 5'1", and I've had 3 pounds of skin and fat cut off. I've worked hard to get my results. While my husband was developed... Wait, when our babies were when the babies were a few months old, happy to see me when I got home. I medically needed my tummy tuck. I had... I can't read that word. Really bad from having all C-sections. In 5 years, we planned on adding on our last child. But these folks in the video... Yeah, so basically, I did a video on like just plastic surgery and crazy surgery. And that's another thing, too, women might have to deal with having kids. Is like gaining a substantial amount of weight and then, having literal surgery and scarring. And they have to cut you open. So that's pretty fucked up. I commend you ladies, all you ladies out there who've had to go through that. I really do. I don't want you to think I'm talking shit on you here. I'm just, as men and as people in general, I'm trying to just get an idea on why, people have this. Aside from it being expensive, I'm trying to get a better understanding on why people are like, I don't want kids. Kids suck. Because that's what it was in the last video I did. It was like literal people just being like, kids are the worst. And it's like, dude, you used to be a kid, and you still suck. No, just kidding. This guy goes, maybe it's because I'm a homosexual, but I don't think I'll ever stand the obsession with people wanting to have kids. Yeah, dude, you're gay. You maybe. That's cool. He prefers penis. I get it.
It's because I'm a homosexual, but I don't think I'll ever understand the obsession people have with wanting to have their own kids.
This is incredible because I want to talk about it. I personally don't want to have kids, especially like physically.
People who...
Yeah, a lot of it's like they don't want to lose their sexual appeal, which I get. People like to look good. I get it. But it's funny when no offense to gay people, you prefer penis. I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but yeah, if you prefer penis, that's cool, man. But it makes all the sense in the world for you to not want to have a kid. You literally can't do it. You know what I mean? But I made a joke in the last video on why men don't want to have kids, where it's like eventually all the gays are going to have kids, and then all the people who aren't gay won't have kids. It's perfect. I love it. God bless America.
Who don't want children. Why? I think having children isn't something you do because you don't have a reason not to. I would have children if I had a really good reason to, and I don't. It's an important, life-changing decision that involves an innocent person being brought into the world. I don't think I should do that just because might as well. I'm selfish when it comes to my quiet time.
You know what's crazy, though, if you think about it? Remove all of this shit. Me and you on the internet, on YouTube, all of that, TV, all that shit. When you break it down to just the fundamentals of how I have a penis, you have a vagina, when you break it down, it's literally one of our only jobs here is to literally recreate. That's literally our fundamental job. So that's the funniest part. But obviously we're way past that, and I gotta go on vacation to Ibiza, and the kid's gonna hold me back. And I don't mean to talk shit like that. I'm just making a point. That's all. I get it. It's expensive. You don't want a kid? Don't have a fucking kid. I get it.
I love being alone. Because I genuinely would not be happy with kids. I strongly believe that all kids deserve to be wanted, but not all people deserve to be parents. I like my own personal space. Expensive, plus being a teacher I have seen enough and don't want to come home to dealing with more kids.
A lot of people are like, I'll pay to deal with kids, but I'm not going to pay to deal with kids. I get that. I respect that.
When people ask me why I don't want no more kids, and they ask me, which one was your hardest one? Which one is it? My mother-in-law's kid is the hardest one.
She literally made the same exact joke as another guy in the last video.
I don't know.
It's classic. This guy goes, Oh, this lady, she always comments. She goes, love your content. I relate on so many levels. I was a single mom. My son is now an engineer, software developer. His dad left when he was 8. I did it all on my own. It's not always by our choice. Yeah, and I, cause sometimes like these red pill channels talking about like the kids, like the mom taking the kids and all that, because women, you ladies, if you're watching, you have the leverage when you have the kid. It's basically like it's your go. You know what I mean? You risked your life for it, and now you get to decide what's up with the dad. But that's not always the case. So I can understand maybe the fear of becoming a single mom. Maybe you don't want to have a kid. Maybe like you don't think about that on the surface level. Cool news is if you fuck the right guy, you'll get a huge check if you did want to, be a single mom. So, but if you fuck the wrong dude, you're just screwed. But thank you for sharing, because it's not always the lady's fault. Some dudes out here suck. Okay, I know these guys personally. They're out here, all right. I'm not friends with them, but I know them.
Even when you've made it clear you don't want kids, people don't give up. They just don't give up. They're constantly trying to slip it into a conversation. They'll say things like, if you were to have a baby, what would you want, a boy or a girl? And it's like... She's like,
I'm gay. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like make all these gay jokes, but it's true. It's fucking true.
Well, I don't want a baby. I don't want... Well, what would you want? I want a margarita and more breadsticks, please.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Good joke.
Wrong. I think a lot of men, when they say that they want children, it's very much giving the energy of when I was 10 years old and told my parents I wanted a puppy because I knew I wasn't actually ever going to have to take care of that puppy. I knew that when it was 20 degrees out and 6 a.m. that I wasn't going to have to be the one who took the puppy out to poop.
Kibbles and bits, look at my tits. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was funny.
Poop, right? And I would tell my parents, oh no, I'll take the puppy out. Like I promised that when we get the dog, that I'm going to be super responsible. And maybe I believed it. And maybe all these men believe it when they say, oh, I'll help out. It'll be 50-50. But I have to think that when it's 6 a.m. and 20 degrees, you're going to be the one who takes the puppy out to poop. I don't want to pick up your puppy shit. Sorry. Keep your DNA away from me.
Later that night, some dude just busts a nut all over her face. Sorry, that just got really graphic. My bad. My apologies.
Tell me I'm wrong. I think a lot...
You're not wrong, but it's like there's a bunch of shit. You know what? There's good men, there's bad men. There's good women and there's bad women. We all know this. But there's a lot of shit at 6 a.m. that you're not going to do. And when I say you, I mean the woman. Like, trust me, there's a lot of shit you ain't going to do, sweet cheeks. All right? And, like, for instance, I'm a dude where it's like, I've wiped my own parents' ass. Oh, we'll get into that. Yeah. I'm nearing death. I'll wipe their ass. And I guarantee you, if I had if I had a sister, or let's say my girlfriend, something in that nature, I guarantee you, me personally, I would be first in line before them to go and deal with that dirty shit. So, but yeah, she is right. There's a lot of shitty men out there, so she ain't tripping on them. This lady goes in. Buckle, just strap in for this one.
I will not be having children, number one, and most importantly, I don't want to.
Out the gate, I don't want to. But she's got a laundry list. Get ready.
Me either.
Number two, I don't want to be pregnant. I don't want my belly to grow. I don't want my body to change. My organs are going to move. There's going to be something stuck in there for 9 months. Scary things can happen to women during pregnancy. You can lose your teeth. You can lose your hair. I don't want to go through that. Number three, what if I don't like them? Kids are going to grow up. They're going to have their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own opinions. What happens if they're really annoying and I actually hate my child? What happens if he becomes an alpha male with a podcast? What do I...
What if he becomes an alpha male with a podcast and he's really rich and he can retire me? See, she missed the point on that one. What do you want? A fucking lose? What do you want? A gay? I'm gonna stop with the gay stuff.
What do I do then? Number four, an apocalypse. I always think about the worst things that can happen in the world, and I'm already worried that I'm gonna have to look after myself and my mum and my dad and my siblings and my family. I don't want to add a kid to that list of stress. Oh my god. The world is a bad place.
Facts.
Very realistically, we could be left without food in the next 25 years. Do I want to have to worry about myself and a child?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Birth. I don't want to give birth. Birth is absolutely scary. Women die during birth. You rip down to your asshole. The doctor sits you up and add an extra stitch for your husband so you can have pleasure.
See, I think that's probably the number one thing here that women are afraid of. I could be tripping, but is selfishness and I could die. That's kind of what it's come down to at this point.
Does that sound like a good time? No.
No.
I'm really spiteful.
Sounds like a
Me
great
too.
time.
I will tell people I don't want to have kids, and they'll say, you'll change your mind one day. Because of that, I'm definitely not changing my mind.
They don't mean it like that. When an older woman says that to you, what she means is it's literally one of your only jobs, fundamentally. Like, it's a natural thing. That's what they mean. Same with dudes. Like, a lot of dudes, I'm 34, right? So tell me if I'm tripping, guys. Like, I've gone through my life where it's like, no family, no, none of that. But at the same time, there's always this thing in me that's like, I would like that. But I think that's just a natural thing. I don't think it's like anything more than it's in our DNA. Okay? Church steeple with the people. Okay? It's a family. So I think it's just part of the natural, like our bottom, most basic, fundamental. Get rid of all the stuff. Get rid of all that. I think that's literally what it comes down to. I could be tripping.
Fuck you.
Same.
Get it over and done with. Since I was young, I would say, I just want a kid young so I can just get it over and done with. Does that sound like someone who's maternal to you? Does that sound like someone who wants a child and should be allowed to bring a child into this world?
Nope.
Absolutely not. They already sound like a burden, they're not even here. I am a firm believer that it takes a village to raise a child.
True.
So I love the role of the auntie. If you need someone to look after your kid, I will do it. If you want to go take a shower and need 5 minutes alone, I'll look after your kid. If you want to go and spend some time with your partner, I'll look after your kid. If you want to do anything and you need time away from your kids because you're annoying, I'll look after your kid. Because I can give them back.
Facts.
Like eventually I
Facts. That is factual information, girl.
can give them back. As a mother, you bear full responsibility of the child at all times. I don't want that responsibility. Diapers, I will not be wiping anyone else's ass but my own. That's the end of that. Pump. Your boobs can get so full of milk that...
Yeah, speaking of the one thing she's forgetting, though, I made this point in the last video, if you guys caught that one, but how she said she's not wiping anyone's butt but her own. And how I said I wipe my parents' butt. So basically, your parents wiped your ass. And eventually, it'll be your turn to repay the favor. Because if you're going to tell me, it's like my parents wiped my ass, and when they hit the end of their roads, it was my turn to wipe theirs. It's the cycle of life. Anybody. But it's cool. Like, you don't want a kid, that's fine. But don't sit here and tell me that when your parents reach that stage in life, hopefully they never do. Some like my grandfather both grandfathers lived till their early 90s, never needed help. Okay? But like when some people get to that point, you can't tell me that you're not going to help your parents no matter what it comes down to. So that's kind of the thing where it's like having a kid comes in clutch, because they're probably going to be, my dad may not be that grateful. My dad's still alive, but he has dementia and all this stuff, and he might not realize it because he forgets all the time. But I'm pretty sure if he was like there, he would be like, thank God I had a fucking kid, because I'd be screwed without him. So that's just one thing. I'm not like saying, hey, go have a kid just in case you end up crippled at an old age. I'm not saying that, but just something to think about. Anyways, this person goes, shout out to Pirate Lord May, man. He's a good dude. You go check out his channel. He's got guns and shit, gold, all that. He's a really good guy. This person goes, this was one I could really relate to. I live with my disabled mother. She depends on me for mostly everything. Luckily, she's still able to make a meal for herself and do her hygiene. But otherwise, she would need at least an assisted living facility, which is very expensive, by the way. I stopped dating 3 years ago after dealing with many rejections over this fact. Was the best thing that could happen since the first time in my life. It forced me to finally be alone. Yeah, so I put that comment in there because it's like proving my point. Like, it's a cycle of life. Who took care of him or her? No, him. His fucking mom, his parents. So that's kind of like how it works. That's how it's been. Obviously now we have the internet and everything's fucking just, I don't need anyone. But that's how life really works. So that's why, anyways, whatever. This lady just sums it all up for you right here.
Don't want children, it's the same reason why women want children. They like having a choice.
Classic. Anyway, shout out to all my patrons. This guy is great. Oh, wait. What the fuck just happened? Anyway, shout out to all my patrons. Shout out to Maurice. He left me a comment. This is also having to do with the parents. Because, hi, Jack. Just saw one of your videos about your dad. My mom has Alzheimer's, and I have taken care of her for a long time. So I understand. If you ever want to talk, I got you, brother. Yeah, just another point. Just kind of say the cycle of life, just to kind of prove it and show you. And I'm not like saying, hey, go have kids. I'm not saying that. I'm just like giving you another perspective. This lady goes, or this guy goes, I've been married for 40 years now, but so few people make it. It's sad. We've had times with kids and no money. Scrapped to get them through the university, seen them settled with partners and their own houses. It was worth it. But man, we are tired. So yeah, I totally get that. But that's like an anomaly nowadays. Somebody tells you they've been married 40 years. You're like, holy shit. This lady, this is funny. This person goes, wait, do some people only comment for Jack to read their comment? No offense, but there are hundreds of comments on these threads. It's impossible to see them all. It's not always about you. Again, not trying to be offensive, just pointing it out. Yeah, congratulations. You figured it out. I give you guys incentive to comment more, therefore boosting the engagement. And it's fun. I like to get you guys involved. It's not like just a selfish thing. But yeah, you figured it out. Holy shit, congratulations. And now your comment just got read. That's the funniest part. And you commented about the fact that I read comments so that people will comment. Makes all the sense in the world. I love it. Oh yeah, this guy goes, you never read my comments. I'm going to the gym. Well, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, you got your wish, brother. He does comment a lot. But sometimes, like, if a comment doesn't make sense to the video, then, you know, like, what am I just going to fucking read it for no reason? Anyways, shout out to all the Patreon members. I have more than just one patron. I just keep using the same screenshot. We got 22 members now. I appreciate all of you. I'm actually going to start releasing some videos to the Patreon, but it's going to be more like sit and talk videos. Where, like, you get more of a behind the scenes, like, we're going to get real deep, baby. I just haven't posted anything yet. Anyways, guys, as always, solid talk. God, that was great.